Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Norman. I'm basically going to be doing a commentary for you guys over some Black Ops 2 today. I figured this would be a great opportunity to kind of showcase some of it and allow you guys to see more on gun skill compared to, vehicles and the halo jumping kind of stuff that you tend to see in videos. So, without further ado, I told you guys I was going to be talking about Voicelessfury. If you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to stay and see what I'm about to talk about and all that. If not, you guys can wait for upcoming videos that will be on the horizon. I do upload daily, so that is kind of the perks, I guess, of being a content creator. So, needless to say the least, guys, I'm going to be going into grave detail about Voicelessfury, struggles, conflicts, and then the overall most important part of the management change that kind of went into effect. So, as a lot of you guys know, Voicelessfury was a channel that I didn't have no clue about. I had no clue it even existed until, 6 months ago when I was just kind of doing my thing, making YouTube videos, and really striving to, I guess, put my name out there on the market, at least, better myself and allow my quality and my audio to reach a different perspective, a different audience compared to what I had already had. And there was nothing wrong with what I had previous, but, Voicelessfury kind of gave me that opportunity to kind of expand my content, and needless to say the least, it did in a drastic way. I would say that's how a lot of you guys have been watching my videos, you know who I am, and hopefully you guys will continue with the story on the horizon. So, with that in mind, definitely I just kind of was doing my thing, and everything was working fine. There was no conflicts, no struggles with copyright or any of that kind of strike crap from YouTube, and that's kind of how I was partnered. I was partnered with YouTube, but that's really not that hard to get. YouTube partnership is pretty standard. I think when you upload like 30 videos or you get X amount of views, it's just kind of given to you like, hey, congratulations, here's a pat on the back. But I got to talking with Voicelessfury, and I don't remember how our conversation began. I want to say that I went onto his channel, I stumbled upon it or something like that, and I sent him a message like, hey, great content, maybe I could upload to your channel as well and promote my stuff. I wasn't promoting by the comments, I wasn't doing anything that would be looked upon in a negative manner, and we kind of combined operations there. We had a chat and everything was going great, and this is back when VoicelessG was kicked out of the thing. This is long before I even knew who he was. They had struggles and conflicts for money and all that, and Voicelessfury, which is known as Frank, basically dismissed him because he wanted to maximize his profits per month, and that's kind of where he went from there. VoicelessG, on the other hand, was trying to terminate the channel, get it back so he could shut it down from internally, because there is a shutdown button on any YouTube channel, which is something that we'll talk about later. But needless to say the least, he continued to have it, and that's how me and Kryvosh kind of came into play. And with this in mind, this had all happened way before I even brought into contact with Frank or Voicelessfury's channel. And, they were going strong. I think they were uploading every day, or he was, because there was no one else really within that market or anything like that. There was no assistants, no editors, nothing. It was just him. And he was basically taking a YouTube downloader, which is an application that you can get off basically Google, and more or less you can download any video on YouTube. You can take the raw footage, cut off whatever you want, re-render it, and you can stick it on YouTube. And more or less, obviously you need to have permission. That's what he was doing. So he was doing it in a legal way, but at the same point he was also at some points taking footage from big YouTubers. I think he talked about taking stuff from Pwnstar for Hire, and that's where a lot of his subscribers came from. He also got into contact and got into big discussions or conversations with another machinima director, which I want to say his name is Ken Burton. I want to say that is correct. I think it is. I think if you type in Voicelessfury, I think Ken Burton actually shows up as an option or as a response video to Frank. So needless to say the least, connections were drawn there, and a lot of discussion about machinima partnerships and directorships and all that came into play. And that's really what he strived for, and this is kind of at the same time when I got admitted in and I started to upload for the channel on a daily basis. I did a lot of the heavy work, taking the videos with a YouTube downloader, getting permission, making sure everything was synchronized, all the music was, within legal usage and all that stuff. So I started doing a lot of the backbone work for the channel. And at this point, he was kind of admitting in people that I per se didn't really enjoy their presence within the channel. At the time, we all had permission to the channel. I had password. I could do whatever I wanted. If I really wanted to, I could have changed the password and took the channel and ran off and looked into the sunset and had 1.81 thousand subs. That isn't my forte. That's not what I was there for. That's not the personality that I wanted to be or I wanted to be shown as. So, I continued doing what I was told, every day, after school, before school, everything, because I only had 2 classes at the time. I would do all the work. I would download 2 videos, get them all ready, have the intros, the outros, all that information. I'd have all the stuff that was needed for the video. I would have that all ready, and I would upload it before I went to classes, and then after school I would come home and then upload another one, and there would be a time span of, I want to say, 4 to 5 hours in between videos, so they would maximize views. And at that time, you know, that channel wasn't partner. There was no profits or anything like that. With this in mind, guys, you know, Kryvosh was admitted in, which is probably one of my best friends on YouTube. I enjoy his presence. He's awesome, and he helps me significantly. I could not imagine Kryvosh becoming the opposition and the starting channel, but needless to say the least, you know, I think everything's going to work out for the better. So, with this in mind, I'm going to basically fast forward a little bit, and everything was going good until there was conflict that arose, and he started to harass my quality when he doesn't make any videos. He never made a video in his life. The only thing he ever did was take somebody's existing footage and use Audacity, which is a free program, to make a video. And I don't know, maybe you want to look at that as a video, maybe not. If you're on my perspective, that's pretty easy. I could go on and steal Syndicate's video if I wanted to with no equipment and make a commentary and upload it to YouTube. That's not hard. That is basic material. That's super easy. Anyone can do that. But with that in mind, guys, the main conflict, the main story of the Just is that towards the end, when I just really was getting sick and tired of hearing him harass my stuff and really make it look like it's my fault when the subscriber count was going up and down, if I wanted to upload a video, he had to approve it. And it was like, no, this is a three-partner partnership right here. We all have the connections. It's a joint operation, which in terms would be a marketing thing. And if you guys take marketing, you guys know if you all agree upon certain terms, you can overrule one guy's vote. Me and Kryvosh were always good friends. We always had no conflict, and we always agreed on selected things. So I guess the moral of the story is we kicked him out because there was a problem. We did all the work, and he got partnered by BBTV, which is a sister company to TGN, which more or less allows the channel to make a substantial amount of revenue because he's getting permission from other directors, other content creators to upload videos to the selected site. Now, with that in mind, he owns copyright to the video, so he himself has the approval of the selected user to make money off of it. And what does this in turn mean? That means he was making a substantial amount of money for doing nothing, and he was going to kick me and Kryvosh and everyone else out of the channel and have no rights to the approval and upload status, which in turn would make us a standard viewer when we did all the work. And I didn't look at that as a very positive manner. Me and Kryvosh that night were talking about overruling the channel. We got into it, changed all the recovery passwords, the password, we have all rights, there's phone numbers, there's emails, everything in there, and he has no rights to get back into the channel because he wanted to kick us out. He was going to give us $20 when the channel was making a substantial amount of money. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how much because that's part of the partnership with BBTV, but needless to say the least, it's enough money that you could buy a brand new computer by itself. It was making a lot of money. It was getting a substantial amount of views, which in turn would allow it to become something that could one day become a better channel. Now, some of you might look at this like, hey, you scammed him out of money. Well, he scammed us out of the rights that we were admitted into the channel. The whole reason for us being there was to do all the heavy work while he, you know, looked for videos. And I don't know, maybe it's the wrong thing to do, maybe it's not, maybe I should have left peacefully, I don't know. But as it stands right now, I'm pretty satisfied. We're going to turn the channel into a community channel, which allows everyone to have the right to upload to it. There's no stupid criteria, there's no, you know, disruption, anything like that. Now, with that in mind, I do have the ability, me and Kryvosh, since we are the centralized managers of the channel now, we do have the ability to decline content. Of course, I mean, I don't want to see no, I don't know, whatever, you know, Happy Wheels or something showing up on the channel. It's not my forte, and I don't think it would work that well with the Battlefield-only community. I think you guys can all agree on that. Now, I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say. I mean, I don't know if I was in the right or if I was in the wrong. I'm curious to see what you guys, hopefully you guys won't change your opinion about me. My intentions were never to hijack a frickin' channel. Like, are you kidding me? If I cared about that, I mean, I just as well had taken it the first day of the admission. I mean, it was getting a substantial amount of recognition by a lot of people. And I would say, in my defense, he is in the wrong because he tried to kick the people that made the channel what it is out of the channel and then was going to take the profits, start up his own little, I don't know, company, I guess you could say, on YouTube and not give any recognition for the people that made it what it is. And I haven't talked to Frank in a long time. I deleted him off of Skype probably about a month ago. And needless to say the least, I'm pretty satisfied. I haven't really done anything to the channel. It's kind of been losing a substantial amount of subs. But, you know, that's how it is. It's still at 1,000 or whatever, so it's only dropped like 50. But hopefully you guys understand. Hopefully this is maybe the story you guys were looking forward to. I know a lot of you guys were asking questions about it. And hopefully you guys won't look at me any different. Now, if you're a new subscriber or anything, or content creator especially, you guys are always more than welcome to go to Voicelessfury on YouTube. Send a message if you would like to post content. We're accepting any submissions mainly right now. Since it is a Battlefield community we highly recommend that you guys take advantage of that. Maybe it can start growing your channel or anything like that. That's where the advertising comes in. And I'm hoping to help out smaller channels because I know a lot of networks, community channels, whatever, have retarded criteria that almost makes you look at it like, well, if you're getting that kind of criteria, you're obviously not a small YouTuber and you're not struggling for any selected view count, subscriber count, whatever your criteria is. But needless to say the least, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next installment. And this is Nerd Mode On, signing off. Peace.